Hello. It is the Friday before I will be back. I hope you guys are doing well. I will see you guys Tuesday. Your PDN here to try to figure out what they did wrong. So I'm going to give you a moment. Ed Puzzle's going to come up. It's going to prompt you. You may be being like, the Chico, why is your thing Halloween themed? It's the first week of October. In my heart, Halloween season starts in August, but it is the month of Halloween, and it is far more socially acceptable for me to do this, so I'm living my best life. Anyway, it's going to pause. I want you to try and figure out what the mistake is. All right, the mistake is that this should have been minus 12. We are supposed to use opposite operations, not the same thing. 12 plus 12 is 24. It is not 0, and you should have gotten H is 4. So today we're going to talk about one-step inequalities. One-step equations are different because when you solve for it, you get one answer, but with inequalities, you get a range. So before we keep going, I got to remind you guys about the inequality symbols. Let's see if you can remember. It's going to ask you. And here, let me make it easier for both of us. A, B, C, or D. So less than, do you remember if I read left to right, which one is less than? So less than is C. You got to remember the crocodile, right? The little crocodile. Crocodile eats the bigger number. So if you got something here and something here, if it says this is smaller than this, because the crocodile is faced away. So give me a second. Next slide. Which one do you think is more than? It's going to pause. More than is D. The crocodile is faced towards it. The open part is faced towards it. So that is more than. All right. How about less than or equal to? Pause again. Less than or equal to is A. Oops. Less than or equal to is A. It is just like less than, but that underline here lets you know that it is less than or equal to. The equal to is part of it. How about more than or equal to? More than or equal to is B. The crocodile is faced away. The crocodile is faced towards it. So it's saying that over here is more than over here, but it could be equal to. When you think about the equal to part, if it has that underline, think of it as like including the equal to. All right. Let's look at an example of how to graph. So, no underline tells you it's going to be an open circle. So the inequality says that x is going to be more than 3, which means anything bigger than 3 is an answer. 4, 5, 6, 7, 815. Any number you could think of is going to be more than 3. So you can't just give it an answer. You got to give it a range. So this tells us to put an open circle on 3. And that is because 3 is not included. 3 is not greater than 3. Now you go, all right. Is it going to go this way or this way? So you got to think which numbers are greater than 3. These numbers here, 4, 5, 6, 7, another way to think about it is if the variable is on the left, you follow the arrow. So the arrow points this way. I want you guys to try this one. We're looking at x is less than -2. Which one do you think is graphed it correctly? All right, the answer is, give me a second. Slides are not cooperating with me. The answer is A. It is pointing to the left. It is an open circle on -2. All right, let's look here. We're going to have the underline tells you it includes it. 2 is less than or equal to 2. So we're going to put a closed circle on 2, and it's less than or equal to. The arrow is pointing to the left. we go to the left. All right, your turn. All right, this was kind of a trick question because I might have psyched some of you out. The answer is indeed A. You might have been like, that was the same one. There's no way. It was. Trick question to see if you were paying attention or just clicking things. All right, what if we solve one? So if we solve this here, we're going to solve it just like an equation, right? We're going to put our little line here. What we do to one side, we must do to the other. So we're going to, oop, that color is not readable. Subtraction is happening. Opposite of subtraction is addition. So I'm going to add 3 to both sides. When I do that, I'm going to get x. I'm going to bring down my symbol, and I'm going to get -4. So when I graph that, it's going to be an open circle on -4. So I close circle on -4 because it includes it. Underline means includes. And we are going to go to the right more than. The arrow, the crocodile, says I'm eating the x. The x is bigger. We want every number that is bigger than -4, and that is every number to the right of the number line. All right. So we're going to take a look at this. Ignore the Discord sound in the background. First things first, we're going to solve. Actually, sorry. I want you guys to try. I know you can't graph it, but it's going to say in the thing, open circle to the left, open circle to the right. Pick which one matches the best. Again, and solve it. All right, opposite of addition is subtraction. We're going to subtract 5 from both sides. We get x is less than 3. Open circle on 3, it is less than, so it is going to the left. Let's take a look at this one. So make our line. Oops. Make our line. Opposite of multiplication. Opposite of division is multiplication. So we're going to multiply both sides by -4. Now here's the thing. Whenever you multiply or divide by a negative number, now when your answer is negative, now when there's a negative already there, when the number you write on both sides is negative, you must flip the sign, flip the arrow. This is going to go this way. So now we're going to have x is less than -4. So when I graph that, there's going to be an open circle here because of no underline, and it's going to point to the left. All right, I want you guys to try this one. All right, we divide both sides by -5. When I do that, I get v. My arrow flips. There is an underline there, and it is 5. Close circle on 5, and it points to the left. I want you to try this one now. All right, we multiply both sides by 2. The arrow does not flip, even though the 3 is negative. The arrow does not flip. So it is going to be an open circle on 6, and it is going to the right because it is more than. And that is it. All right, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to message me. I will see you guys on Tuesday. We do not have school October 10th, Monday. Please enjoy your 3-day weekend.